And can you actually, now that we touched the subject a little bit, like the marketplaces, how do you kind of differentiate? Because I tell you why I asked this question. I spoke to the founder of one huge SaaS company, like big, and they do SEO and they get this backlinks from another agency. And he was talking to me. He said, like, we hired a CMO guy, and he told us that some of the links that we get, he can get from from say this marketplace. So we're kind of
Yeah.
end up overpaying for those links.
Yeah.
So how do you kind of differentiate yourself from these marketplaces as a link building agency with such a major experience and all that?
Yeah. I mean, again, they're really I don't want to like crap on these marketplaces because like I know people who work at these places. I know people who own
Yeah, there's a market
marketplaces,
for everything. There's no need to. Yeah.
like I understand that. But we truly believe if you can go to a list of links and just select one, and get that link, if anybody can do that, then that link is probably worthless.
Mm.
If there's no editorial standards, if anybody can log into their portal at one of these link marketplaces and just select the link and say, okay, I want this link with this anchor text, it's
Hmm.
probably worthless link. That's
Mm.
that's our stance on it. What would differentiate us is, not only do we have very high quality standards for the websites that we build links on, and not only do those websites have very high editorial standards, so we can never guarantee a link on any of these websites, but also we're always doing fresh outreach for all the campaigns for all the projects that
Mm.
we're working on. So we're always reaching out, to try to make new connections and new relationships based on the client that we're working on. And that's something that definitely LinkedIn marketplaces, I think, fall short. Is they're just reliant on this Rolodex, but also a lot of other agencies don't do. And we get that complaint a lot when people come to us from working with another agency. We get the same story a lot of the time. The first 3 months were really good. They built really good links, but then after that, the quality dipped quite a bit because they used up their really good opportunities at the beginning, and then they went for the lower quality opportunities that they knew they can get. We would fire a client before we would build lower quality links for them.
Mm.
And we have done that. We had a client that was paying us $9,000 a month for 2 years, and we just got to a point with their brand that we had done a ton of outreach. It was a harder industry to work with
Yeah,
anyway.
costs go up.
Um,
Yeah.
and it was just got to a point where like we could keep working with them if we lowered our quality standards, but we weren't willing to do that. So
Yeah.
we fired them. We said, hey, we need to take a pause on this account for now. And like that's the sort of integrity that we try to have when it comes to link building. Like we're not here to, go for the easy to get links that might cost $50, because that's just not how we work. That's just not what we believe in.
Yeah, makes sense. Oh, it's an interesting. It's just it's also like, again, it's just finding the right people and just talking about it from the business perspective, making
Yeah.
sure that you're talking to people that believe in the same kind of thing. And in a way, of course, it makes all the sense because yeah.
Yeah.